Welcome everyone, I'm Spiritual Essence 1111 here to enlighten you into the subconscious community. For this video, I want to do a tarot reading dealing with the Saturn Retrograde. Now, Saturn deals with limitations, boundaries, and restrictions, as well as responsibilities and commitments that you make for yourself and to others, and structural and what builds the wall in a whole, as far as structural. With it being in retrograde in Aquarius at this moment, and it should be in Capricorn, 25 degrees Capricorn by the end of it. So we're going to go back. And this retrograde will go direct September 29th of this year. Let's get some advice from tarot. Quite a big pile. I'm going to shuffle on these. In 1 second to look this up. And if you're wondering what site I'm using psychicrevelation.com. It is a great site to use for beginners. I'm not really a beginner, but these cards are kind of hard to read at the moment. So I like to go back to this so I know that I'm on point. I'm not leading anybody astray. So the fourth card that we have is the Knight of Wands in reverse. The Knight of Wands in reverse talks about, okay, so I'll give you the introduction. The reverse Knight of Wands, though it can sometimes indicate that some sort of setback or delay, is still a positive, upbeat, very positive and upbeat card. It can sometimes indicate a person in your life, usually a relatively cheerful, good-hearted, energetic man with hair on the lighter end of the spectrum. He is trustworthy in general. Knights are often a sign that you're about to get a message, whether they show up in a reading, reversed or upright. Unfortunately, though, if you are using the reverses for interpretation, the Knight of Wands in reverse can signify that the message will be along the lines of there will be a delay or have to wait. If so, try to wait patiently. This Knight means what he says. Now I'm starting to pick up intuitively that this card is directed towards the lockdown, the bullshit ass lockdown that we have going on. Because we all want to go somewhere, we all want action, and we might feel life should be bigger than what it is at this moment. Try to stay calm. Now for the second card, we got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The Queen of Pentacles, like all the court cards, often stands in for an actual person in your life. In that regard, she would represent a woman, likely with dark hair and dark eyes. However, this is not always the case, as these cards can also represent energetic influences in our lives. The energy of the Queen of Pentacles is normally quite the feminine archetype, hearth, home, and motherhood. In general, this card can indicate that you will be spending time, money, and energy on your home, getting it to be more comfortable. This is a good thing provided you don't take on too much debt. People will be looking for you for insight and or advice. You will be able to help them if you are so inclined. This is a time period where you can get a lot accomplished. So this card is telling us that we can get a lot accomplished done with the time that we have, but at the same time, it's good to focus on home, and especially since this, again, bullshit ass lockdown is in effect, then making your environment and your situation looking nicer and more comfortable towards you is always a good thing. So the last card we have is the Lovers in Reversed. Even when reversed, the Lovers is a powerfully positive omen, particularly, of course, for romantic relationships, but in truth, for all relationships in your life. The card is associated with the astrological sign of Gemini, the twins. When this card appears in reverse, it's very likely that you are feeling ambivalent about a relationship or situation in your life. You must pay attention to what your gut is telling you and to try to analyze and get clear about what this is and why. Your feelings and emotions are there for a reason. Don't ignore. So with that being said, this card is signifying that when we enter a relationship